So my name is Jim Blee. I'm Vice President of Innovation at Orora Visual here in the Orange County facility. We have multiple plants in Chicago, Dallas, and New Jersey. My day-to-day responsibilities are problem solving issues for our manufacturing process, equipment evaluation, equipment purchasing, as well as I head up the design and creative divisions for Orora Visual. The former company that I owned was called Graphic Tech, and we were acquired by Orora about 5.5 years ago. And so, but prior to that, we did purchase the Crest clamshell widemouth technology. In fact, we were the first company that actually had this technology in robust production here in the United States. It is an incredible workhorse from an equipment capacity, and we're very, very pleased with the performance of the product, and especially in the ease in which the make-readies are controlled by the control pad, as opposed to that being more of a manual process with other machines. It meets our customer demands very, very well, because our profile of the work that we do with our customers require us to have a very large format die cutting platform. Everything we do and most of our POP work is very, very large and grand in scale. And in addition to that, we also do a tremendous amount of thicker materials, and the clamshell function, of the wide mouth has been very, very effective for us to be able to process that for our customers. In fact, it definitely differentiates us from our competitors, being able to die cut thicker materials with the wide mouth. So when the machine was first brought into Southern California at our plant, we did experience a pretty major setback in regards to how the machine was configured. It was something that to be expected, or maybe something that we were not overly surprised as being the very first machine of its kind. And Rob and his entire team jumped on an airplane, came out along with the manufacturer, and met us here in our shop floor, diagnosed the issues very, very swiftly, began retooling the requirements, and had done the retrofit to correct that problem, and we have not experienced any issues since. One of the things that I'm big on when I evaluate equipment is the service and support before we make a decision to purchase a piece of equipment of this size and scale. And that was something very significant, that having direct access to the owner of the company and Rob, and then of course, subsequently some of his folks, has been very, very well received here. If we do have service issues or technical issues, having a direct line of communication at that level has been great. And so we've experienced zero lack of technical support from My Press Needs, and we're pretty happy with the responsiveness in which we receive on the other end of the phone. Rob and I have developed a very strong rapport, especially in the early stages when the wide mouth technology was being developed. We were integral in our communication back and forth of what the requirements were and some of the functionality. It goes Rob's technical experience and his team goes beyond just the machine. It also goes into the actual dies themselves, the correct rule. Certainly some of the settings on the machines have all been very significantly communicated to us through Rob and his team. And so we've been very, very pleased with how we've been able to continue to run that piece of equipment day in and day out. One of the other things, working with Rob and his team in regards to the overall service, it is imperative that when we have an issue, that there is a tremendous amount of speed to correct those issues. And that's one thing I found has been really wonderful working with Rob and My Press Needs, is that they're very, very responsive. They're aware that downtime on a piece of equipment is very, very expensive to an operator. And so being able to resolve any issues from a part standpoint or from a technical standpoint has been a really nice experience working with My Press Needs. One of the things that's unique about the Crest equipment is the build quality. It is it is a piece of equipment that has meticulous details, not only into its electronics, but also into just its overall performance. The machine build is very, very important when you think about the amount of pressure that a die is, that obviously a die cutter must go through. And actually having that type of build quality has been something we're very, very happy with compared to some of the competitors.